In this session, we are going to take a look at how to visualize the sentiment results using R. So the first visualization we are going to create is a histogram for the sentiment polarity. So in here, we are going to use ggplot, which we have already loaded previously. And the function we are going to use is the qplot function for this histogram. And the variable we are going to plot is, of course, the sentiment polarity. And the data is from the sample data. So the type of plot we are going to create is a bar chart. That's why in here we are choosing bar as our plot type. And in here, we're going to plot the frequency of the sentiment polarities. And then for the x-axis, the title is going to be sentiment polarity. For the y-axis title is going to be frequency. And for the overall title for this plot, we are going to name it as review sentiment. So all these different arguments are flexible. You can change them based on your own need. So let's run this line. So once we run this line, you will see that, let's make this a little bit bigger. So this is basically a histogram for all the sentiment polarity results that we have created for the sample data. So if you look at this result, you can see that most of the reviews are actually positive. Some of them are negative and a few of them are neutral. So this is the bar plot for our sentiment polarity. So following a similar fashion, we can also create a histogram for the sentiment score. And here is the code for that. So it's pretty much similar to line 186. We're just changing the variable from sentiment polarity to sentiment score. So let's run this line. And this is actually the histogram of our sentiment score for this review. So as you can see, same thing, it's really leaning towards like positive reviews. So if you look at the peak, it's actually somewhere around like 5 or 6. So we can also create a pie chart for our sentiment polarity. So you can see how many percentage of the reviews are considered as positive, how many percentage are considered as negative. So the way to do a pie chart in R is a little bit complicated. I will show you how to do it in Tableau, which will be relatively easier. So in here, we will first summarize all the scores. So we're going to summarize how many are in each category first. So the POS count is how many are in the positive category. NEG is how many are in the negative category. And neutral is how many are in the neutral. And then the total is in total how many observations do we have. So now we are going to create a list. In this list, we have the positive count, the negative count, and the neutral count. And then we're going to calculate the percentage for each of these different categories. And then we're going to create labels so that when we are creating our pie chart, we can apply the label to the pie chart. And now we can create our pie chart. So the function we are going to use is pi, and in here we're using the sentiment percentage for our plot. The label is going to be from the comparison, which includes their category and also the percentage. And then for the color, we are going to use the rainbow color scheme, and the main title will be Review Comparative Analysis. And here we have it. Here we go. So in here, we have 87% are considered as positive, 3% neutral, and 10% negative. So this is the pie chart for our sentiment polarities.